Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is your host, DDoS. We're not going to keep you too long tonight. Sean had a great show, and we're going to let you enjoy your weekend. I think Vault may jump on here with me. Just want to give a big shout out to you guys who make Dogmancams and all the Dark Waters family make these shows happen. And I'm happy to say the Blake Dodd gentleman that I was telling you about, phenomenal guy from Virginia. He and I did an interview, first part of what I think is going to be in a three-part series, and I'm editing that. I wanted to get it up and going for you tonight, but I'm gonna take my time with it because again, I want it to be as crisp and clear and awesome as possible for you. So, without further ado, is my good friend, the Vault of Nightmares. What's up, Vault?
Nothing much. What's going on?
Not a lot. Jumping on and thanking the folks. Thank you and Dark Waters, yeah, everybody. You know what I mean? It's been a fun ride so far.
Dude, you ain't got to thank me for nothing. Shit, your family. Like I said, it's
Right?
all like family first.
Amen.
After your show, I told people over on Sean's that I'm gonna go live, and we have Miss Z is gonna come on and tell her third encounter. And I think she's encountered earlier some funny lights in the sky, and then we have a secret uh guest that's gonna come on, and she's got some crazy activity like Bigfoot looking in her window, or at least that's what we think it is.
Right. We're definitely want to check that out. And that's why I'm keeping this one short and sweet. Again, we want to thank each and every last one of you guys for making the Dogman Cams project take off. I'm happy to be a part of it. Happy to be on this channel, and you're going to be seeing a lot more content coming from us starting tomorrow and I can tell you after interviewing maybe 100 people over the course of 5 years when I had the BDRP, he is absolutely in the top 10. We've become actually pretty fast friends. We've got a lot in common, and like I said, out of everyone I've interviewed, he's in that top 10. I mean, he oozes genuineness and honesty.
When are you putting this up?
I'm gonna finish editing it tonight, and I'm gonna have it put up by tomorrow. Hopefully, have it put up to premiere tomorrow by tonight. But
Good. I'm curious to hear this myself.
yeah, you'll love it. This dealt with Dogman since he was 4 years old, and has had multiple encounters. And if you, and as I was talking to him, because we talked over the course of weeks, as I was talking to him, I would kind of study his area and missing people's reports. Same thing you do. You know what I mean? You try
Oh
to
yeah.
get familiarized with the area and the individual as much as possible. And it's astounding the ratio between the population of the people in this town, which we're not going to give out the exact town. He may want to do that, and I think he's open to it. But I'm not going to right now. But the ratio between the population of his town and the missing persons cases, one of which is actually a part of the missing 411.
That's gonna
So
be
yeah,
it.
he's going to give
Yeah.
us some inside baseball on that.
And you're doing this. You're releasing this interview tomorrow, right?
Right. It,
I'm gonna
I wanted to put it out tonight, but like the audio was uneven. You know what I mean? Like I want to put it out as best as I possibly can.
if you're working on it and you start seeing your cursor move funny, I'm just hacking your computer so I can get a first hand, so I can get it before
All
anybody.
right. Well, thanks for letting me know that. I'll know what's going on. I won't trip out too much.
You know me, I'm impatient, especially when it comes to stuff like that.
Yeah, right. I
Man,
didn't even want to announce it, but I thought I would get it up tonight, but unfortunately, you know how it goes. And I'm actually gonna try out Audacity. I usually use my video editor to also edit the audio, but it wasn't working out the way I wanted it to. So I'm gonna try my hand at Audacity. I've used it a few times, and it's pretty good. I hadn't used it in a while though.
dude, I love Audacity. I can show you some stuff to do with Audacity that will blow your mind, and it's hard to believe that it is a free program.
Right.
Uh, because
There's professional musicians that use it, from what I understand.
well, like I said, I use it a lot to clean up audio and stuff like that because it will actually. I can show you how to go grab audio clips and like you're talking. All I've got to do is grab an audio clip of you talking and then apply it to the whole thing, and it will actually take you out completely of the whole damn thing.
Really? Well, that's kind of what I need to do in a way.
Uh,
So we'll definitely talk about that.
yeah.
So what time you thinking about going on?
It's probably gonna be about another 45 minutes because I'm
Right on.
having to wait. We're gonna do for the ones that used to listen to us, I'm gonna do a special Infernal Ones show here with my co-host and my that I used to use, Chaos. We're going to do an Infernal Ones because one of the ladies, Z Wiki, that's coming on is going to come to tell her third encounter. And she's also, I think today or last night, had some weird lights in the sky occurrences. And see, that's not my forte. So, like I said, I'm smart enough to bring somebody else in that is used to dealing with that, talking about it, so we can get more out, because me just asking questions, I may not know the right question to ask.
Right.
So that's the wonderful thing about this family that we've built, is if I have something that I don't really know about, I can ask one of y'all.
Right. Vice
And
versa.
and yeah, because you know, you don't have to be an expert at everything. All you've got to be is smart enough to ask help when you need it.
Yeah. Or humble enough.
Yeah, well, like, to me, it's smart. Humble doesn't have nothing to do with it. You know, that's the reason why when you get these places that are ruled by a dictator, and the dictator, something happens to him, the whole country goes to shit, because it was
Yeah,
ruled
exactly.
by well, it was ruled by one person. So when that one person that was making all the decision, everything kills over, gets knocked off, or whatever, everything goes to crap. I
Yep.
like the family because the family gets together, talks about things, tries to work problems out. It's not just one person, it's a network. And when you get a network working
Exactly.
together, look at an ant colony. It can be not even an anthill there today. You come back tomorrow and they done built a whole freaking colony. That's what I contribute to. You know, it's a network.
It's
Because I
network
think
all working towards the same goal.
yeah, well, if I'm not mistaken, like, this lady's called into Sean and gave a little bit of her stuff. And me talking to her probably a while ago, I don't know, probably 10, 15 minutes, I pulled a bunch of stuff out that she didn't even realize was in her encounter. Like, her property at one time before the houses were built was actually an old apple orchard, and it's
Hmm.
right beside a riverway. Now, what does that tell you?
Yeah, that right there is definitely two major signs.
Yeah, and now they're having they got this one lot that's kind of like adjacent to all the other houses. It's built around, well, it's just wooded and kind of growed up. Well, these things can come in there, be sitting there, and yeah, you know, we're their entertainment. So
Absolutely. And you used to
so
tell me that all the time, and that was the reason I was so welcome. Number one, because they knew that I knew they were there. And number two, they knew I wasn't going to do anything to them, so I was kind of like the Dick Van Dyke show for them.
yeah, the other thing is, this lady said that she's done got to where she walks out onto the property, and they'll kind of come out and show themselves. Every once in a while, they'll throw pebbles at her. I said,
Mm.
that's because I'm kind of letting the cat out of the bag a little early, but I want people to understand when they hear this. That's because they have deemed her not to be a threat. That basically, she's a squirrel on a tree. They don't
Yeah,
fear no squirrel, whatever. She's not she's not a threat factor to them. So yeah, they'll come out, kind of show themselves to let them know that she's there. You know, that they're there. That way, if anything, for her to keep her distance from them, because like I said, she's not a threat. That's the major thing. And like I said, you're going to get to hear some strange encounters. You know, like I tell people, if you got one bothering you, put up a game camera. Well, she took that advice, and she said what's odd is when she puts this, like, they were looking through her bedroom window, she got her husband to put a game camera up and face it that way. They
yeah,
stopped going to those windows, went to the other side of the house and started looking through. Then they moved it and they went back to the other side.
yeah. See, you're not just going. If these things have a mind to do something, you can put up all the game cameras you want. I heard like the green tinted lights or red tinted. I think the red tinted light brings them in. The green tinted pushes them out. All that stuff's all well and fine. But if they had intent on harassing or just occupying the area, well, there's things you can do, and I don't want to get into that here. You know what I mean? Like, but it's few and far between. They've been going about this for a long time.
Well, see,
You know?
I think they can see in somehow in that IR specter where we can't see.
I believe that as well.
And I think they don't equivalent it to the IR light. They see a light and it's like they don't want to come into that light. It even might hurt their eyes for some reason. because I just showed y'all, showed you. Y'all don't understand how dark it is in my backyard.
Oh yeah, and that's another reason I was a minute or two late, folks. I forgot all about that. I wasn't going to say anything to him because I wanted him to go and check it out. But man, he's got this IR light, and we were on the phone with each other. I was trying to get my Rio Link hooked back up to the laptop, and while we're doing that, I'm looking at the camera on my phone, and there was movement out there. But he hits this IR light, and there was definitely eye shine. At first, I second guessed myself because I only saw one. Then I looked back and I saw the quick, like real super quick of the two before it took off.
As soon as that IR light hit it, it fucking took off.
Yep.
And see, this is the thing. You can't see that IR light with your naked eye. It doesn't, there is no light. It's just pitch black because I had to bring up my phone to see where I was pointing that light at because I'm going everywhere but where I need to until I bring the phone up because you can't see it. You can't see your hand in front of your face. That's the darkness it is. Y'all don't pick that up because of the way the camera looks to y'all, but it is, when I say dark, it's dark.
Yeah, no kidding. Like it's pitch black graveyard dark.
Yeah, and like I said, when I'm down there moving around with these things, that's the same. I don't get to see like y'all do on the camera. It's like I said, you're in complete utter darkness down there. It is a dark ass, unless the stars are out, then you get a little bit of light.
I didn't realize that, like you said, from 60 yards away, you're not seeing anything back there. Not with the naked eye.
No, no, you hear, like I said, most of the time it's what I hear. Excuse me. Like I said, I'm not going off what I see. I'm going off what I hear. Right. Now, my eyes are kind of a little bit, once I get out there and get in it, your eyes kind of get focused to see shadows and a slight movement with your hearing, and what little bit you can see, you can kind of make out. But usually it's your mind making out stuff for you. It's trying to put together a picture because it has nothing to go by.
And your mind's eye will create a shape that you can't see or a figure based on the sounds that you hear. And that's just, the adaptation evolution of our minds. That's how unique of a creature we are. It's awesome.
Yep. And like I said, that's one of the things. But like I said, I'm going to jump off here. I'm in the middle of getting this show going.
Absolutely. I appreciate you jumping on, and we'll all be over there. Ladies and gentlemen, again, I just wanted to have a little bit of time out of your evening to give you a big thank you. And hopefully you'll join us tomorrow for the interview here on Dogmancams, and we'll be rolling forward. And join us tonight over in the chat on Balt's channel, because that sounds like it's going to be outstanding.
Oh, yes. And thank you. And remember, sweet nightmares.
I laugh always gets me. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, thank you for tuning in to Dogmancams. We'll see you tomorrow.